We have arrived on good old Nar Shaddaa. Let's see if there's anything that we can do here. I know we're supposed to kind of go to Dantooine, but you know, at this point, you know what? Let's take Hanhar. Yeah, let's take our Wookiee friend. See if he can get along a bit. He did well with the Atris. Plus, he's got to level up anyway, so may as well just do it. So we are all set with him. That was, you know, just
my life is yours.
A little too easy. I don't really know if there's anything for us here. Because, yeah, the battle circle, that's not good. Okay. Guess there really isn't anything for us here. Oops. Oh well. On to Dantooine then, I guess. Just to make sure, or, you know, maybe we should talk to Goto. We haven't talked to Goto. That'd probably be a good idea since we solved something.
Yes. Is there something you have come to offer me?
I settled Nar Shaddaa. Considering I saved you, be more grateful. Operations in Nar Shaddaa. Guess nothing. Never mind. What about you, Mandalore? You got something to say?
Nice ship you have here. Where did you get it?
Don't worry about it. Hard to explain. One thing after another, we ended up with it. Yeah, we ended up with it.
Ah, so it's like that. I guess it would be better if less questions were asked about it then. Now,
Probably.
Was there something else you needed?
Nah. I got nothing. I thought I had something. Where is... HK's not here. Although I haven't gained any influence with HK. Okay, so HK is not really a problem. I guess then we head to Dantooine. Because why not? That's like the next spot to go. I do want to check out the M478. It just sounds like fun for some good experience. The Jedi are gathering. That's never a good sign. Never want them to gather. Whatever, I've balanced things here. Not a big deal. Apparently there's something I need to hear here, but oh. Alright. Kreia talking her own bitty nonsense again. As always. The engine's quiet. Oh, there we go. Alright, let's take Vissus and... Vissus and Hanhar. Sounds like fun. Sounds like a good squad there. Alright. So I guess I'm supposed to... I think it said meet them in the ruins of the Jedi Enclave. Because that's always a fun time and a great place to go. It's quiet here now that the war is over. I'm glad I made this an allied planet. Makes things easier. We gotta go at warp speed. Just to go a little easier. Hanhar can keep up with us. He's a Wookiee. He runs fast. I'm sure of it. Is this where I need to go? Yeah, Enclave Courtyard. I'm all turned around. Normally I go to the left, not the right. So I confused myself. Even though this way's definitely faster. Absolutely, positively faster. Ooh, look at the Enclave. It's been blowed up. I guess I'm supposed to go in through that entrance, the one that was locked. Just makes sense. I feel like I'm walking into a trap. And I probably am. So just wanna prep either way. Can never know sometimes. Rebuilt Jedi Enclave. Alright. I smell a trap. Oh yeah, I most definitely smell a trap here. I mean, how could it not be? Like, it has to be. Maybe, most likely. Okay. Please don't be the way I actually need to go. I just want to explore. This might actually be the way I need to go. Nope. Okay, it's a corpse. Security tunneler, Opelia. Okay. I think I have that one. Where are my... Why do I not have my friends? What happened to my friends? Are they not allowed to join me here? Oh, okay. Apparently I'm not allowed to have my friends. That's an invisible wall, apparently. Why would I go that way for whatever it is I'm about to grab? Freyr's Warblade. Credits. Okay. So this is where I need to go. Why are you here? She's following me. I don't like this. 100% following me.
It has been some time.
It looks like crap, don't it? Did you used to sit on that rock?
The years have not been kind to us both, it seems.
Who are you talking to? Are you talking to the temple or somebody?
It has been some time since I walked on Dantooine, and I can still hear the dead.
Sup,
I hear
dude?
them, just as I know you have slain Vrook and Kavar, and I know you have left me for last.
Yes, I have. I let you go just as a deception. And it worked. If this is all that is left of the Jedi Order, then it shall be a short battle indeed. Are you prepared to die, Jedi? Then let us end this. If this is all that is left, it'll be a short battle. Alright. So, let's keep up with our... Uh-oh. We might have some problems here if he's going to save himself every time. Never mind. We good. That's definitely a short battle. That was incredibly easy. Why do I feel like I cheated?
And so here lies all that remain of the Jedi. It is
You're
a
right.
powerful thing you have achieved here. You have brought death again to Dantooine.
What can I say? I'm just that good. Is this all the Jedi who remain? That was a quick battle. They've died a coward's death, as they deserved. Is this all who remain?
Your actions have crippled the Order, perhaps destroyed them.
You sound like you're scorning me. So they're all... Are all the Jedi dead? Then I've wiped them out? Are there any Jedi left in the galaxy? Are there any left?
No. Perhaps it is difficult to say. For every Jedi slain, for every Sith slain, another rises. But
Fair point.
The Order is wounded, yes.
Works for me. I've had my revenge then. I have seen them broken at last. Why have you brought me here? Then coming here has been for nothing. So why have you brought me here?
Because there is something we must discuss.
Okay.
I have done what I can to keep you from the Jedi and the Sith, but a critical moment approaches, and what you have done is not enough.
How
Master
so?
Vrook, despite his faults, was right to come here. I had thought he might have recognized Dantooine for what it was, what had been done there. You are tied to places such as these, you know.
Why? Thank you for my shield timing up. Vrook said that Dantooine it was a dead world, that all the deaths were there were screams felt in the Force. Too bad Vrook is now as dead as he was blind. As much as all life is connected, what do you mean? For once speak plainly, I have no time for your riddles. Okay, what do you mean?
The record of your trial hints at such things. It tells of ignorance. Master Vrook was unwilling to admit that the echo of Dantooine he felt was inside you as well. They admitted it as much in the council chamber after your trial, though they did not understand what it meant at first. They assumed it was a
Okay.
threat that they felt. From one perspective, they were correct. As much as you can form connections to others, such connections exist on a galactic scale as well. It is possible to hurt or sever those connections, to create places in the Force where it is difficult to center oneself, but that is the crudest form of manipulation. It is possible to affect those connections in other ways, by the slightest action, a seemingly minor choice, a small cruelty. The stronger your connection to life, to the Force, the stronger these echoes can be made, and the stronger they are felt. When
Sounds
heard,
like a good thing.
Force sensitives instinctively seek out the source, are drawn to it to try and form a connection. And when the connection is formed, both become stronger, and the influence between them grows.
Is that what has been happening with my companions? So that is why they join me? Are they all Force sensitive? That's what's been happening to my companions?
Your companions, many are touched by the Force on
We can
some
see it in
level,
Bayodur
and in many
Vissus.
ways they serve out of compulsion and because your connection influences them strongly.
We gathered
It
that
was
through
much
the
like it was for you in the Mandalorian
influence
Wars,
system.
with many Jedi under your command. But this connection has other consequences. When the Source is wounded, the one on which others draw strength, then they are wounded as well. What one feels, the other feels.
Kind of like
when
our
others
connection.
Die, the scream travels back to the Source.
Traveling back to me. Are you saying that's what I heard during the last battle against the Mandalorians? And what if there are many deaths? Well, let's connect it, traveling back to me.
If they occur at the same time, or at the right time, these screams will build upon each other until it is the only sound you can hear. And the deaths of many will cause the screams to build until their pain becomes yours, and you die as well. And that is why during the Mandalorian Wars, you lost your connection to the Force. It was
Got
that
it, that's
final
kind of what I
battle,
thought.
the deaths of so many Jedi, that caused you to lose your connection. It caused the wound that you feel now. It caused pain in the Force, an emptiness, a wound that has yet to heal. But it does not end there. If it did, then perhaps the threat that we face would be more manageable.
So
This
what's the
pain
threat?
I describe, the echo of these acts, is true of planets as well. Tremendous loss of life on a planetary scale can also cast echoes, create a scream, a wound in the Force that can travel across the galaxy.
So are you
It
telling
can
me
be
I
felt by
shouldn't have
Force
killed the Jedi
sensitives,
Masters
and
then?
it can influence them,
You were
whether
telling
they
me to.
realize it or not. If enough of these echoes are allowed to build in the Force uncontrolled, the consequences could be disastrous. The connections of all life would be affected.
How so? Brooks said that such dead worlds leave wounds, screams in the Force. Assuming I believe this, what would happen? Brooks said that it was difficult to feel other Force users on Dantooine because of the destruction here. He did say that.
Yes, in that he was correct. But like Vrook himself, that is incomplete in itself, and it only achieves meaning when part of a larger whole. As I have said, screams and their echoes can overlap, build in strength.
Right, that's how sound
and if
works.
timed correctly, they will build on each other. The scream will grow.
Right.
And anything that can hear this scream shall be deafened or killed.
You've made that clear. How could anyone create, let alone control such a thing? It seems incredible, but yet I believe you. That's impossible. Are you insane? It's incredible, but yet I believe it.
But in order for this to work, all of them must be timed correctly, must be carefully orchestrated and controlled, from the greatest to the smallest of echoes.
I mean, that's kind of what I
Even
did with the
ones that
Masters,
come from
one at a
lone
time.
exile echoing across the galaxy. And when that
Don't
exile
drag me into
forms
this.
connections to others as you do, the danger becomes apparent. The echo continues to grow, to travel.
Kafar said I form bonds easily, connections to all life. Are you saying I caused this? Why me? I do form bonds easily.
Yes, he is correct. You form such bonds easily. The why of it is not important now. All that is important is that you understand that your actions affect others strongly.
I gathered
Anyone
that.
can do such things, since life is
I've been
connected
doing
by
that since the
Force.
beginning,
Sometimes the connections are faint, but in your case, they are very strong.
because I'm just
You
that great.
instinctively know how to manipulate such connections, to influence others. You have seen it mirrored in those who travel with you.
Yes,
You
I
give
have.
others strength to act, but it is also possible to draw upon the strength of others to increase your own. It is similar
Makes
to
sense.
drawing upon the Force as Jedi do, but when it is touched by the power of the dark side, it is something else, something deadly. These Sith we face, they have learned how to do this. It is a technique that has been
Okay,
lost
so
for
I'm
some
just
time,
as good
not
as them,
seen
if
in
not
the
better.
days since
Well,
the
I am better.
ancient Sith. they can use it to consume other Force sensitives, and at the highest pinnacle of power, use it to consume anything that lives. The blind seer. Her master has harnessed this technique, and he is rapidly approaching the height of its power. I fear he may even rival some of the ancient Sith.
So I just
He
take
is
him down.
already
That
more
sounds
of a
the
force
easy
than a
thing.
living thing, a hole in the Force that threatens to draw everything into it.
You've been
And
saying
the
that
teaching must die
before.
with him, or else all life will be placed in jeopardy. The destruction of the Order.
So we need to take
the
him down.
Masters. It was not an end in itself. I did not expect them to still live. Their presence was knowledge I did not possess.
You are not helping
But now
me.
this has been corrected, and now the sides of this conflict are as I had thought them to be. There are no more unknowns.
And that's
But
a good
this
thing.
moment is all that really matters. It was never my wish that you find the Masters, only find yourself, although I did
Cryptic.
not expect them to still live. I had hoped you would learn something from the Jedi Masters as they fell before you.
And I
Not
did.
just of battle, but of yourself and the Force.
What was I supposed to learn? Even now I'm victorious. As I am victorious, you still lecture me. I've learned strength and how to use it. This is true.
I must know if killing them, if revenge brought you any measure of satisfaction, if seeing them dead has settled the disquiet within you.
And you want to see them dead too? Why do you wish to know? I will not rest until every Jedi lies dead. Why do you wish to know?
Because it matters to me, in a way that never mattered to the Jedi, to the Council when they cast you out. You must understand, I did not wish the Jedi dead. Defeated, perhaps.
Oh, now you're scolding
I merely
me.
wished them to see that they and their teachings were wrong.
I mean, they
That
were,
one
but
could not truly understand the Force simply by adhering to the Jedi Code. All I have ever trained have been failures to them. Students who went to fight the Mandalorians, who fell to the Darkside, who abandoned their training. To see one that had the strength to best them, that is a moment I will not forget. Yet it has not been as satisfying as I had hoped. To best one in battle is one thing. To defeat them without striking a blow, that was my hope. Regardless, it had to be done. To have such powerful Jedi still live.
you still
be
confuse me,
felt
woman.
in the Force, even on such worlds as they had chosen, was a threat that had to be ended.
A threat? How? What do you mean to the Sith? A threat? How? What do you mean?
That is not important. First, let us return to my question. If, by killing these Jedi, if you achieved any measure of peace.
Why do you wish to know? I will not rest until every Jedi lies dead. It has been satisfying yet, but not all the council who sentenced me are dead. No, for Atris still lives. Yes, but there's still other opponents. It is not enough to kill Jedi when the Sith remain. Such peace is not possible if the Sith still hunt me. Yes, but there are still other opponents. Yeah, this is true. I look to take down and conquer.
It was as I thought. You have failed me, completely and utterly. I
Good.
have taught you to hear the Force again, shown you the contrast, and yet still you do not understand. This is what you have wrought. Countless murderers, slayers, assassins, born of war that has, as always, taught the wrong lesson. You showed them
Okay.
life without the Force, and instead of showing them truth, power, all you showed them was how the galaxy may die. You are responsible for all of this. Even now, events spiral towards destruction, and there is nothing that can be done because you refuse to listen, to understand.
But I want to conquer
You
the
have seen
galaxy.
the effects you have on those close to you.
I failed to
Heard
see
the
that.
echoes scream across dead planets, and watched as your strength has grown. Yet it is for nothing. To have the Jedi Masters brought low by such a failure, there is no victory in that. You have not heard a thing I have taught.
It's because you
And
ramble.
for all I have said, you have never learned to listen.
Yeah.
There. Do you feel that, exile?
Oh, you're a bitch.
It cuts through your defenses, as unprepared for such an attack as you are. Let that pain be a lesson and a reminder of what you have forgotten.
Why?
You were my last hope. The only one who could change what is to
Why
come.
would you do that?
And now you have left me nothing.
Why would you do that?
I shall teach you no longer. Our bond remains, but that is all. This place will hide you from the Sith for a time. Enough to do what must be done. Stay here and die, apprentice, among the wreckage of all that remains of the Jedi. It is a fitting grave until the Sith come to end you, to end everything.
Why you gotta be like that? Why'd you bring the handmaiden here?
You. Oh, yes. At last, you see. I am one of the Sith, it is true. I must answer for my actions, and it is my wish that only Atris hear my answers. You have taught them to bond with others, and then feed on others through that bond. What you have brought is the death of all who can feel the Force. It is your gift to the galaxy, exile.
That sounds like a good thing.
Unless you hear it and silence the echo you have caused, then every living thing everywhere that is touched by the Force will die.
Soon your ship will come, my master. I will bring him before you, but I will not let you have him. Soon your ship shall come from that which made you.
I know you can hear me. I have always known. It is why I followed you.
I like these guys.
I have destroyed planets for you, General. But now, this once, if we could save something in this galaxy.
Yeah, sure we can.
I need to do this, or I will die inside, like I died at Malachor 5.
Alright. We're gonna... I hate the woman. You've gained a new Darkside Force power, Force Crush. Okay, so Force Crush. Powers. It is a new one, it said. Unknown Force Power, that's not it. Precog. Force Crush. The Jedi uses the dark side of the Force to telekinetically crush an opponent. It suffers 1 to 10 points of damage to vitality per each the attacking character's levels. This damage bypasses most defenses. Interesting. I have to give that a try. I hate the old woman. Absolutely hate the old woman. That was not nice. And the Jedi Master, did he leave me anything? Yeah, he probably did. This master is dead, drained of life. His body is worse than lifeless. It's like an absence in the Force. I wanted remains, but that's dark and terrifying either way. Guess now I have to go back to my ship. Face everybody. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Got the long walk of shame and what I gotta think about. Or I'm going right there. Where's Kreia? What happened here? Did Kreia come on board? What happened?
The handmaiden took her. She thinks Kreia killed you.
Kreia didn't do that. Why does she think that? Why does she think that?
Because that's the lie Kreia told her. That's why. The only
Fair.
thing that matters is the handmaiden believes it. And she's gonna react exactly how that old witch hoped she would.
Well,
That's
fair.
why she wanted the handmaiden on board, you know. So she could use her to reach the Telos Academy whenever she wished, without needing the access codes.
So how are they going to get there? They're going to Telos, but the handmaid wouldn't betray the Academy like that. Handmaid would never allow Kreia to enter the Academy. That doesn't make sense.
She would, if she thought she was bringing Atris a prisoner, especially a Sith Lord. She'll
That's
take
where
her
you
to
take
Telos, and
makes
Atris
sense.
will do what she'll do to anyone she thinks is a Sith.
A Sith, Atris will execute her, but Kreia and I are linked. If she dies, oh, you're
Yeah, I know.
Well, Kreia is a Sith, then we're going to Telos. We have no choice. The Sith are planning to attack Telos. Everything will be decided there. I mean, we have to go to Telos. Everything is going to be decided there.
That's what I was afraid you'd say.
Yeah, well, you know me well, Atten, even though we don't travel much together. Guess we gotta go to Telos.